Who is a teacher that wronged you and you're still mad about it?
Okay, so there's no reason for y'all to know this about me because I live on your phones, but I am 6 foot 4 inches tall. I hit 6 foot when I was 11 years old. So I have always been a tall drink of water. Now, that means that when I was in 7th grade, I was probably about 6'1" already, getting close to 6'2". And that means that most kids' clothes did not fit me how they fit other kids my age. Now, I have thought dress codes are garbage for lots of different reasons, but the root of that feeling is because when I was in 7th grade, my English teacher pulled me up in front of the class, and rather than sending me to the office for my alleged dress code violation, put a ruler between my legs to measure the inseam of my shorts, because she believed that they did not meet the 3-inch requirement. They did. They were 5 inches. But I am still mad about how humiliating it was to stand there with that ruler between my legs.
Who is a teacher that wronged you and you're still mad about it?
Oh, I win this trend hands down. So I'm studying A-levels at the time. My friends and I are talking about what universities we wanted to go to do what courses. My friend tells me he has applied to go to Aberystwyth to do computer science. I had never heard of computer science at that point, so I asked, what's it about? My IT teacher overheard this conversation and said, "Don't worry about it, Sarah. Girls can't do computer science." So, off I went to university to do computer science. This is me on graduation day with 2 of my friends, Karis and Amy, who also did computer science. But the story gets better because after I left university, I worked for a company that went out to schools and did workshops in computer science and coding. I had the pleasure of going back to my school and taking over one of my IT teacher's lessons. At the end, one of the kids said to me, "What made you do computer science?" And I said, "'Cause he told me girls can't do computer science." Mwah.
Who is a teacher that wronged you?
My teacher wasn't bad. She didn't wrong me. She did everything right. Her name was Sharon Carter, Mercer County, West Virginia. For that school year, I looked up to her as a mom. I was 9 years old when I was going to her class, and now I'm 31 and I still think of this woman every day. She supplied me with pencils and paper because my mom didn't supply me with papers and pencils. I would come to school with my clothes on backwards, buttons missed. She would fix my clothes and run her hands through my hair. She made me feel safe. One day I got a really bad scrape on my elbow, and she whisked me away to the bathroom and helped clean me up. She bragged to me to other teachers when I turned in a $20 bill that I had found. That year in school, I had my dream mom, and I love that woman.
Who is a teacher that wronged you and you're still mad about it?
12th grade, Miss Miller's trig class. So senior year, I was skipping a lot of school. I would leave after 4th or 5th period. So what I would do is every Friday I would ask the teacher, hey, what all our assignments are we going to have next week? Can I have them so I can do them this weekend? And then I would do them over the weekend. That way when I skip class, I'm not missing anything. I would come in on Monday, turn all my homework in for the rest of the week, and then just not show up until we had a test. So in our school district, you could check your grades yourself on your computer as soon as the teachers put the assignments in. So I look and I got 8 zeros in a row for all this homework that I turned in. So I go in class, I'm like, yo, why do I have all these zeros? I've been turning stuff in. She's like, oh, well, I can't find it. You can't find it? That's not my fault. I turned it in. She told me I could do them again for half credit. I said no. She said then I could take a 0. So I stood up, spit on her chalkboard, and told her she was a fucking cunt. Went to the guidance counselor's office, told him to put me in for prop and stats for the next semester, just so I could get enough credits for math.
Who is a teacher that wronged you and you're still mad about it?
Okay, so basically, in 2nd grade, I was a really bad kid. I was the worst kid in the class. I got sent to the principal's office because I stabbed a kid with a pencil. I kissed all the white boys because I really liked white boys, and I still do. But this teacher did not like me, right? So, you know those book fairs? You remember those book fairs? Yeah, well, my parents gave me $20, right? And I was so excited. I was flexing, yeah, I have $20 to go to the book fair today, right? And then we all go out to recess, and I come back, and the $20 isn't there anymore, right? So I start crying, and I'm like, Mrs. Rappa, my $20 isn't here. And she makes this whole public announcement. Emily lost her $20. Somebody give her back her $20. And then weeks pass. I never get my $20. And one day she's like, Emily, come here. So then I go, and she gives me back my $20. I'm like, huh? Like for her.
With a teacher that wronged you and you're still mad about it.
When I was in high school, we were allowed to bring in iced coffee, but not hot coffee. So I would always bring my coffee in a reusable cup. And one day I was walking down the hallway and this teacher stops me and immediately is super aggressive and is just like, you can't have that. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, this is an iced coffee. It's just in a reusable cup. And she's like, you can't have hot drinks. And I'm like, it's not a hot drink. It's just an iced coffee. I open it up and I show it to her. And she says, well, then you can't use that cup. Long story short, she makes me throw the whole reusable cup in the trash, to which I walked around a circle in the hallway, took it out of the trash, and walked it straight to the principal's office where I was like, hey, can I use this cup? To which he told me yes. And my problem was never really with the coffee situation itself. It was just the fact that she felt the need to speak to me like I was a dog, make a scene with a ton of people around, and then make up a lie about what kind of cups we're allowed to use.
Who is a teacher that wronged you and you're still mad about it?
Take 3 in recording this because TikTok sucks. But anyways, honey, I got an entire fucking school. So as a young autistic boy, I had a fair share of teachers that were like, what? Autism? You? No, not you. You just have an attitude problem and you're deserving of punishment. And if there was something going on that they thought I couldn't handle, they would send me to this little trailer that was outside the playground. You know, where they send all the other undesirables that they don't want in the school but can't quite get rid of. But anyways. So one day in 5th grade, they send me there and I get frustrated on an assignment that teacher gives me, and I guess I ripped it up and threw it on the ground, and it was like 2 pieces of paper. They didn't even notice it until 2 periods later. And then later, when I'm in my normal class, we're finishing up math, we're trying to transfer to math class, we get in the single file line, and I'm a happy little boy because I love music. But just as I'm about to enter the classroom, they physically grab my arm and pull me to the side. Oh, I need a part 2 for this, baby.
Who is a teacher that wronged you and you're still mad about it?
2006, preschool at a Presbyterian church, I believe. We had just finished the can drive in the chapel, or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember many details before the age of 9, but I do remember my teacher. It was snack time. I had already finished my carrots. I had already finished my barbecue potato chips. I was drinking my Adam and Eve juice box, which was really good juice. So when I was just to the last few little sips of juice, I wanted to sip all of it. So I was sipping, I was slurping, I was sucking on my straw, and I was at the bottom of the juice box where it makes the sound, you know, when you're almost done with your juice box. And my teacher walked up to me and then ripped the juice box out of my hand and said, "You're being too loud with your juice," and then threw it in the trash can. I've hated her for 15 years.